this is.
First.
So, what's the topic of the day?
I believe it is time we hit our evil episode, Sarah.
Talk about the stress, the course loads, the nitty-gritty.
Oh, yes. We can't be positive all the time. So.
We really do have to be real, just show who we really are.
Mm-hmm.
So, I guess the first thing we should talk about is the class load.
Oh, gosh. I don't know. Because, so as freshmen, they limit how many hours we can take, I guess, to kind of get rid of some of that stress early on. We're not allowed to take more than 18 hours. But I'm taking 17 and a half, so, it didn't do much.
For me, it's not the number of hours I'm taking. It's more what those hours entail. So last semester, I took 13 hours. They were pretty much all comm classes, let's be real. And they were all, I wouldn't say, very easy, but they were, not challenging at all. I very much enjoyed it. And now this semester, I've realized I'm not a comm major. I am, in fact, a business major. And it's not like these classes are, chemical engineering or anything, but they also aren't critical decision making where all you do is do speeches, and it's not intro creative writing either. It's I actually have to study and do things. What about you?
In terms of the actual courses I'm taking, they're pretty similar to last semester. Last semester I took 2 English classes. This semester I'm taking 3. I'm taking geology, which is going to be the death of me because I am not a STEM-minded person whatsoever. But it's more so I'm stressed about all of the other commitments that I have, not so much school. I run out of time to do things. So.
What is she committed to this semester?
Well, I have, I'm in the Crimson White. The podcast, it takes up all of my time brainstorming these excellent episode ideas.
We really do. We put in the hard work for you. We really do.
And then my internship that I have this semester, I have a job now, so that takes up a lot of my time. I'm a referee. I'm so cool. I have my own whistle.
Wait, what days of the week can we find you at the rec?
I don't know. It changes every week. So
okay, well, you just gotta go every single day, camp outside until one day you see Mackenzie come out.
Yep, y'all need to play rec basketball. I'll be the best official you've ever seen.
So tell us about the internship you're doing. I want to know the nitty-gritty.
It is a literary agent internship. It's with a little boutique agency out in New York. I am loving it. I get to read and edit people's stuff all day, and I can't imagine anything better. And now I know that I definitely want to do that with my career. It probably won't be the most well-paying thing.
Oh, I'm going to cut you off. You're being way too positive. This is the evil episode.
I'm sorry. I hate it. It's the worst. My bad.
Okay, let's see. This semester has definitely exploded for me. Last semester, I had this thing called free time and spare studying hours.
I don't know her.
And time to think about being, dare I say, bored? This semester, I have time to eat, sleep, study, and get my stuff done. And that's about it. And I don't need anything else.
I wouldn't even say I have time to study. I have time to eat and sleep.
Well, I have time to stress about study. You got time for that.
Time to stress.
Yeah. I had a New Year's resolution this year, Mackenzie. Do you want to hear it? No studying on the weekends.
Oh, no, I couldn't do that.
I kind of broke that week 1.
I could have told you that.
I was
no way.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so great. It's going to be just like high school. I'm not going to study on the weekends. It's just going to be during the weekdays, and I'm going to have time to go to bed on time, and it's going to be great, and my mental health is going to be so amazing. And bam, 1 hour prep for lectures. Bam, all of these readings. Bam, just don't have time for that during the weekdays. It's not going to happen.
My mental health gets worse and worse every semester. I'm joking. But if you do happen to be struggling with your mental health, there are so many different services on campus.
Oh, so many different resources. Women and Gender Resource, I think they have stuff for that. The Student Office of Well-Being, and then there's a third one.
They have some the counseling office.
Oh, the counseling office. Mm-hmm.
They have on-call therapy, I believe. I haven't been there, but
definitely some good resources. And if you need help organizing, you can go to the Crimson.
There's a career center.
No, not career center. It's the Success something.
Yeah.
Crimson. We'll put it in the little blurb below what
yes.
all these resources are. But they can help you if you're like having trouble studying and need to find that epic study calendar that'll help you pass the class.
Speaking of studying, I know we are both, very studious. We're, we do decent in school. Like, how do you deal with, like, being burnt out, if that is something you deal with?
Honestly, for me, taking time to take care of my mental health, it sounds so corny, but it's literally, like, so important, because I'm the type of person that if I get too big of a to-do list, I just get very overwhelmed very easily, and then all of a sudden, I kind of get to the point where I can't do any of the items on the list just because of how overwhelmed I feel. And so for me, it's kind of, number one, you have to break down those lists. First, you have to figure out like all the things you need to get done, and then realize, which deadlines are the most important and do those things first, and et cetera, et cetera. But even beyond that, just having a day or even like an afternoon to just focus on yourself, maybe like a fun hobby you like doing. For me personally, I like watching HBO Max while watercoloring.
That's specific.
That has been my coping mechanism for the past couple weeks. Also, cleaning has become very relaxing to me because, obviously it's something that needs to get done, but if I just have like some fun music on and I'm just wiping down the counters and then just doing that, just having those two activities of cleaning and then watercoloring while watching HBO Max combined are kind of what keep me afloat, if that makes sense. Because if I was just doing work, I definitely would have probably gotten burnt out already. But having those 2 days are where it's at. What about you, Mackenzie? How did you stay above water?
I won't lie, I'm not currently in terms of my academics, but I would say in the past when I've gotten burnt out, I just take a break. Like, I communicate with my professors and I'm like, hey guys, I am not able to do the stuff that is required this week. I need a little bit of a break, and the professors most will understand that is where you're coming from. College is a really stressful place to be. A lot of the syllabi that we get through some of the classes have like policies for mental well-being, like towards the bottom, I believe. So you'll just have to make sure, as long as you stay in communication with the people who you're, I guess, like, inability to like do task efficiently, like as long as you're communicating with the people who that affects, I don't think anybody's going to mind, because everyone understands that mental health is
So you said you reach out to your professors to talk about when you need breaks or when you need to ease up on things. Can you just kind of, I guess, more practically describe for us what that means, or like how to do that?
Yeah, so last semester there was a point where I was going through some stuff in my personal life, and it made it so I wasn't really able to be as productive as I'd want to be. So I made sure to email one of my professors. I was like, hey, I can't do stuff this week. I'll make it up next week. I'll make sure to. I'll do all of the supplemental stuff I missed in class. What else do I need to know for the upcoming week? And I made sure that I wasn't, like, I was still doing the bare minimum for the class, but I let them know that I wasn't going to be able to perform to 100% in class. Like, I probably wasn't going to be able to do discussions and such.
Okay, and then in terms of this semester compared to last semester, would you say, like, overall it's better, worse, or, like, where's your headspace at?
Like, my mental health?
Yeah.
I'd say it's getting better. So, we are on the rise, but it's the evil episode, so I'm gonna be like, no, it's bad.
It's terrible. No, I'd say mine is both better and worse, but it kind of just depends on what angle you're looking at.
Yeah.
In terms of academics, again, like I said earlier in this episode, I have a lot more to do academically this semester than last semester. Just last semester, I just had a really easy last semester, so it just makes sense that me not having a regular semester, it's a little bit harder. So in terms of that, I'm a little bit more stressed on that just because I'm having to do readings and studying, whereas like last semester was more project-based. Very few of my classes actually had tests, where it's kind of the opposite this semester. But I would say in terms of, I guess, like not missing home, and, just being around like the people here on campus, I'd say it's better. Fun fact, we are both liars.
Again, we keep lying to y'all.
In episode 1, we told you we were doing great. We were doing fine. In fact, I mean, I'll just speak for myself. I was, dare I say, homesick.
I wasn't so much homesick first semester, but I definitely am now. So I miss my family.
Well, I was definitely homesick first semester. Like, I was missing home. I was missing the familiarity of it. But now I've kind of built my own familiarity here at UA. So it's better and worse. Better in terms of I'm more familiar with campus. I love being here. I love the people I'm with. But at the same time, I definitely don't have the best work-life balance. But the watercoloring HBO Max,
good comment.
Keeping us above. How's editing the podcast been? Because this is both of our first times. Naming the podcast. Who am I?
I mean, obviously, like, in high school, we all did, like, work in, like, tiny little, like, iMovie type of stuff or, like small little editing platforms. But I had never used Adobe Audition before I came into, like, Alabama. And so editing for the first time was rough because I had no idea what I was doing. But once you kind of get the gist of it, like, it goes by very quick. It's very easy once you know how to do it. But it took me a while to get there because I was like, I don't know what this even means. What do these letters mean?
I'm still not the most computer savvy person. I don't know how to save files. I don't know how to open files. That's what Mackenzie's here for.
My computing minor.
It's carrying the entire podcast.
Oh
but in terms of the actual editing process, I had edited a few I'd edited a few projects in high school because I was on a publication called the Macintosh Trail. But I did this series with my friend, shout out to Jordan Mobley, with one of my friends on the Macintosh Trail. We would interview our various like teachers and students at our high school, and I would have to edit those videos, but it was very simple editing. And then I also edited a Hot Wing video. So
like
it was Hot Wings and trivia.
So they like got hotter with the more questions you went on?
It was a fun episode to record. It was a fun episode to edit. So I definitely had a little bit of editing experience coming in. For me, the biggest curve though was doing it on Audition just because I never really used the platform before. Kind of like what you said, once you get started, it's pretty easy. But it's kind of just getting used to the tediousness of it because editing is very, very tedious. But you know, it's a fun little challenge, evening out the audio, realizing how deeply you breathe in and out.
Realizing that you may think that you talk loudly, but you actually need to speak at 150% to be picked up by this mic.
When you realize you have no such thing as volume control, and can you please just talk a little bit quieter, maybe stand a little bit farther away from the mic next time, so you're not yelling into my ears. I'm talking about myself, by the way, if you couldn't tell.
I hope you weren't talking about me.
I was talking about Mackenzie. Her voice is so obnoxious. This is the evil episode.
So you're bullying.
I'm bullying you. I'm trash talking you. She's an awful co-host. She doesn't get anything done. The idea's all mine.
Oh my
It's all me.
Guys, I'm being cyberbullied. But in-person cyberbullied.
This is my call to cancel my co-host.
I call to cancel Zara Morgan, please.
Hashtag cancel Mackenzie Knight.
We cannot do anything of the sort. What are you going to do without my computer knowledge if you cancel me?
I'm just going to hire a computer science major.
No, with the money you save off of not having HBO.
Exactly. I'll take the HBO money and I'll give it to a person who can teach me what files are and where to put them and how to save things. I don't need you. We can take the little poster of us, just scratch out one of the icons.
Evil episode just becomes the entire season, like.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Tell me about your daily routine, because I'm curious.
Okay, so last semester I went to class and then went to the gym, but this semester, now hold on to your hats, I do the opposite. I go to the gym and then go to class. So my routine in terms of day-to-day has changed. I hate to break it to you, but literally so much. More.
I thought you were gonna say you don't go to the gym anymore, and I was like, that is so relatable.
I had a little rut with the gym, but that's like totally a topic for another episode. But
even though it's evil episode,
it is evil episode. The gym is terrible. Don't go. I'm just kidding. It's totally fun. It's fine. But in terms of like things changing, like I said earlier, like we've kind of touched on a little bit, I'm a lot busier this semester. I've started volunteering for the Gorgas House, and I haven't officially started as of recording this episode, but as of it being published, I should have a couple weeks under my belt. So,
what kind of work are you doing through the volunteering?
I'm hoping to become a tour guide for the Gorgas House. It's called a docent. So, I'm a docent now.
Yes.
So if you ever want a tour on Gorgas, you should stop by. Maybe I'll be there on Fridays. Who knows? Depends on what my schedule is.
So what I'm hearing, we need to visit you at Gorgas, and we need to visit me at the rec.
Exactly.
Okay.
You need to take a tour of campus and visit only those two places and
Nowhere
alternate
else.
until you see both of us.
We also have to go to Denny Chimes. Denny Chimes is iconic.
True. It's our logo.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go.
You have to go just because it's on first.
So
And I'll make the rules.
I don't know. I feel like I want to say something like, "Oh, if you visit both of us and you tell us, we'll give you something."
If you take a selfie with both Zara and I and tag us both on your social media, you get to guest star on first, which is an exclusive honor that I'm sure all of you listening will want.
And only few will get.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go through some selection processes.
It's gonna be a really, really tough, grueling process, but
we'll have questions like, "What's your favorite color?"
Yeah, like what kind of food is your favorite? And I know I can't answer that, so I'm sure you won't be able to either.
It's an impossible test that not even we can pass. Let's see. But yeah, in terms of time commitment, it's definitely gone up. I've also joined like professional clubs too.
Yeah.
In terms of your time commitment, have you joined anything?
The only things I joined this semester, like for sure, were that internship that I have and then the job. But I was planning on applying to the English Honor Society, whatever it was. I don't remember the exact name. But found out you have to have 12 hours of English literature under your belt, and I only have 6. But I'm taking my last. No, wait, you have to have 6 hours. My bad. And I only have 3, so I'm taking my last 3 this semester, so next semester I'll be able to apply.
National? Not national. Is it national?
I believe so, because it's like, I forget what our chapter is called, but they do a lot of volunteer work, and they run Dew Point.
English Honor Society has no idea what is about to hit them.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be so shocking and so mesmerizing. They're not going to know what to do with themselves.
It's the first stop on my road to world domination, because first I'll take over the Honor Society, and then I'll take over Alabama, and then I will take over the world. Like, that jump from Alabama to the world is just...
This is like you stating your purpose here. Like, one day, once you rule the world, they're going to find this recording, and they're going to say, we should have known all along, because she told us her plans.
This is not a legal confession. It is not... liable in court. It does not work in court.
No, it doesn't work in court.
And I'd know I'm pre-law.
She would know. She would know. I mean, technically I'm taking business law, but I don't understand any of it.
I don't understand it. I'm not taking any law courses. So.
Oh, lucky.
Okay, so I'll talk about my daily routine, I suppose. It's not much of a daily routine because it changes every day, but I guess my daily routine is spontaneous. What is it? Spontaneous? Yeah, but like I'm looking
Has
for
spontaneity.
Yes, that's it. English major. But I wake up in the morning. I drag around and pretend like I don't have to do my internship stuff. And then I get up. If it's Tuesday or Thursday, then I'm getting ready to go do my 3-day of classes, and then probably go to work. And if it's Monday or Wednesday, I'm getting ready to cry in GeoLab. And then go to geology class the same day, and then I have business on Monday, and then Wednesday I only have 1 class, and it's on Zoom. So my daily routine is mostly me playing around and acting like I don't have stuff to do when I know I do. So it's fun.
Yeah, for me, basically, this semester has been I have like 3 big obligations. It's school, it's trying to figure out what I need to do professionally, and then it's keeping myself alive.
Yep.
So.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, pretty fun stuff. Pretty.
So fun.
So evil.
When you said that, it reminded me of Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
How did I know you were going to say that? No, how did I literally know you were going to say that?
We're literally linked. I think we talked about this before.
We are twins.
Literally.
We are long lost twins.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, I think we talked about some of our weekly obligations, though.
In terms of weekly obligations, those have definitely gone up for me. Like I said, I'm going to start volunteering at Gorgas. I forgot to mention I'm also trying to get into the hip-hop dance crew.
Oh my gosh, you're going to be a dancer? Like Dance Moms type of era?
Like Dance Moms. This is my Dance Mom era, except I am JoJo Siwa.
No.
I'm
you don't want to be JoJo.
Babe, I'm the Asian JoJo Siwa.
No, you do not want to be JoJo Siwa. You want to be like Chloe. Chloe is the best.
True.
I don't like JoJo Siwa.
She has her hair bow line.
I know,
she's
but
like
I don't
child
like
icon.
JoJo. Have you seen JoJo recently?
Yeah, she cut her hair.
No, it's... Right? Yeah, I mean, she did, but, like, sometimes I just get the ick from her TikTok.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I followed her TikTok for a little bit.
Me too. I gave her a chance because it made me upset that she was, like, about my age and was more successful than me, but...
Oh, that's how I feel about anyone that's my age and is successful. Like, I look at Jenna Ortega, Olivia Rodrigo, I guess JoJo Siwa too, and you just look at them and they're like, OMG, they've done so much with their lives.
Like, that could have been me. Like, they're out here having, like, movie deals, like, they're producers, and I'm over here, like, struggling with an intro geology class.
But it's hard to hate them, though.
It's hard to hate them, but I'll do it anyway.
Because they're so talented, and they've done so much, but we have to hold firm to our evilness.
We must. As this is the evil edition, we cannot allow ourselves to slide into positive mindsets. We must hate on everybody.
I think we're starting to form a list. And, I mean, the top was Camila Cabello.
Yes.
On The Voice.
Cannot stand.
Will we put Adam Levine on that list because he left?
I think we did, but also, like, I secretly, like, am the biggest Maroon 5 fan. So like, it hurts my heart.
So he's, like, half on the list, half out of the list.
Yes.
Half on because he betrayed us.
Yeah.
But half off because you gotta love Maroon 5.
Not so much their new stuff, but, like, songs about Jane.
Ooh.
So good. We listened to Maroon 5 on the way over here.
It was quite fun.
Yeah.
It was quite fun. Let's see.
Who else is on our list? We put JoJo, Camila.
JoJo Siwa, Camila Cabello. Jenna Ortega, because she's our age and she's successful. Wait.
I cannot put her on the list. I'm so sorry. We can add Meghan Markle to our list. I do not like Meghan Markle. But not because of all of the stuff with Prince Harry. I just don't like her.
Oh, okay.
But she's great in Suits. I just act like she isn't.
Honestly, like, I'm kind of neutral towards Meghan Markle. I wrote a piece on her. You should totally read that after you listen to this. It's on the same page. Well, it's probably past that now, but you should look it up. And I kind of talk about, like, how she's been treated by the media and stuff. And I don't know, I'm kind of neutral. I don't not like her, but I don't like her, but I also am not one of those haters on her either.
Yeah.
So, but we can put her on the list anyway, because it is the evil edition, and we don't need justification.
If we say they're on the list, we don't.
They're on the list.
They're on the list. All right. We talked about coping with stress. We talked about being burnt out. Our class stuff.
I think
we could talk about some, brief negative experiences we've had. If
brief negative experiences.
Nothing too crazy, but
nothing too.
It needs to be evil.
It needs to be okay. I'm trying to think.
One of the top negative experiences that comes to mind is whenever I go to Lakeside for dinner and there is no pizza. Like, I go in there to get pepperoni pizza and there's none, and I sit there in this long line for 5 to 10 minutes waiting for pizza.
One negative experience I've definitely had is let's see. Sweating.
Oh my
I
god.
hate sweating.
No, because the Tuscaloosa weather is absolutely horrific. It's worse. Like, and I'm from Memphis. Like, I should be used to this. We should not be going from 80 degrees to 30 within a day. Like, that's ridiculous.
I mean, I'm from Georgia, and it's like about the same, I guess, latitude. Is that the word I'm looking for? Latitude.
Probably.
As Tuscaloosa. And so I'm definitely like from an area that has this type of weather. The only difference is I don't spend any time in it. If there's bad weather, if it's too hot, if it's too cold, I'm inside at home. But unfortunately in college, they have this little concept of making you go from building to building to get from class to class, which kind of forces my inner outdoorsy girl to kind of make her debut. And also the inner person who sweats all the time to shine through. I think we touched about this in a few episodes ago, but like, you know, you start off college thinking you're gonna dress so cute, and then a week into it, you're wearing sweatpants.
I think on the same topic, I have to mention my greatest grievance of being at the University of Alabama.
What is your greatest grievance?
It is the Tin Whore Hell Hill. That is what I call it. And it's right by the Ridgecrest area.
You should bike up it sometime.
I will not.
It's quite painful.
I will not be doing that. Walking up it is painful enough. I didn't have to do it last semester because I didn't have any classes in Tin Whore, but I have one this semester. And let me just say, that hill by the student center parking lot is rough. I can't do it. Every time I get to the top, I'm out of breath. I feel like I just ran a marathon, and I'm in shape, so it's embarrassing.
No, the worst hill that I've been up in Tuscaloosa, there's the Tin Whore Hill, which is honestly just terrible. Kind of speaks for itself just by looking at it. But there's another hill kind of by the downtown area. Do you know where the Riverwalk and like the hotels are? Driving down that hill, fun. Being in a car, going up and down that hill, okay. I once wasn't thinking I wasn't thinking things through. And I decided it'd be a great idea for me to bike up and down that hill so I could study at Heritage House. I've never regretted anything more. It is long, it is steep, and it honestly made me question my will to live.
Oh gosh. You will not catch me doing that. I will not. I think I had my fill of the Riverwalk when I tried out for the rowing team. I dropped out of tryouts after the first day, but we ran 2 miles the first day. Note, I have not run a full mile in like a year and a half, so running 2 miles at 6 in the morning was rough for me. But the rowing team is very successful here, so like I understand why. I just am not built for that type of. I don't have that endurance. I am a sprinter.
Oh yeah, I can run from here to the fridge, so I can definitely.
Oh yeah.
I can definitely relate.
I can sprint from my dorm to the Chick-fil-A in the student center.
Oh, we can all do that.
Yeah, like that is the only time.
I think we've covered pretty much everything evil there is.
I think we have. I think we did a good job at keeping it more evil than positive, as we should have.
Mhm. All things accomplished well. Do you think this is the end of our evil reign?
Totally not. We will have our evil era will come again. We had to air our grievances.
Okay, so I'm Zara.
And I'm Mackenzie.
And this was
First.